What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, October 31st, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Well, it is October 31st, Halloween. There's a couple games on this NHL card that are appropriately looking a little bit scary, but we're going to talk about them. We're going to see if we can make some money. Had a decent day with the wraparound yesterday. I think we went about 4-4, or at least with the plays that we gave out, at least around 500. Had some nice plus money plays on there, but we're still looking to make some profit today. So let's not wait any longer. Without further ado, you guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game takes us to the PPG Paints Arena where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Anaheim Ducks. And, I get why the Pittsburgh Penguins would be favored here. They're obviously going to get that name brand love, and, the Anaheim Ducks haven't necessarily been, a very profitable team in the NHL, going back to the last couple of years now. But right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins aren't really profitable at all. I mean, this is a team that's lost 6 straight games, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of getting sick of the Pittsburgh Penguins not, playing like a defense and, not really wanting to do much in terms of goaltending. This is a team that's allowed 4 or more goals in 7 straight games and in 8 of their last 9. The Anaheim Ducks, say what you want about Anaheim, but they've been actually solid defensively in some of their recent games. They've given up 2 goals or less in 3 of their last 4. Got wins over the Sharks and Islanders and a 1-goal loss against the New York Rangers. I just feel like they've been a lot more competitive than maybe give them credit for. So I'm going to take a shot here on the Ducks plus the 1.5. I'm going to put a little bit on the money line as well at plus 160. Now we head to the Wells Fargo Center where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the St. Louis Blues. And this is one of those games that's a little bit scary for me here because I don't really know what we're going to see from the St. Louis Blues here. Just when I'm ready to give them the benefit of the doubt and think that they're ready to, progress and start to turn things around. They go out and give 13 goals up to the Ottawa Senators and Montreal Canadiens combined in their last 2 games, getting outscored 13-3. But the Philadelphia Flyers, I don't know what this team is either. I mean, just when I think that they're, looking like one of the worst teams in the NHL, they go and beat the Boston Bruins on the road 2-0. So rather than try to figure out which version of whichever of both these teams we're going to see, I'm just going to go with what I've seen more often than not this season. That's been goals given up by both of these teams. I mean, prior to the win over Boston, Philadelphia had given up 4 or more goals in 7 of the previous 8 games. The St. Louis Blues, the goaltending has been inconsistent despite picking up wins here and there. More often than not, they're giving up at least 3 goals a game. So I'm going to lean towards the over 6 between the Blues and the Flyers. Now we had a Scotiabank Arena where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Seattle Kraken. And a bit of a hefty line here for the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team that's usually a little bit overpriced. They usually get that name brand recognition. When you consider that both these teams, are 5-4-1 this season, you'd think, well, they have an even record. They're both 6-4 on the puck line, so why are the Leafs minus 200? Well, I asked myself the same question when Seattle was playing the Montreal Canadiens. They have both had even records. Why was one team so heavily favored over the other? And Seattle went out and kicked the crap out of the Montreal Canadiens 8-2. But right now, I think Toronto's just, from a talent perspective, the better team. The goaltending has been a little bit questionable. They've given up 4 or more goals in 4 straight and 5 of 6. But I think that Anthony Stolarz should get the start here. The Leafs are going to be one of those teams where, and I'm the reason I've taken some losses on the wraparound this season is because I released this a little bit earlier. So I don't necessarily have time to wait to see the starting goaltending reports. But the Leafs are going to be a team that I continuously, when I'm betting them, have to try to check the goaltending report as much as possible. Like I said, it's not always going to be possible here on the wraparound. But if it's Joseph Woll, I'm going to have a lot less confidence, at least right now, than when I see it's Anthony Stolarz going. I think it's going to be Stolarz here. So that's why I'm leaning towards the Leafs in regulation on the puck line. Because from a talent perspective, I think they are the better team. I think they woke up and found something in that road win over Winnipeg, handing the Jets their first loss of the season. But again, it's sort of going to be a game-by-game trial basis. So give me the Leafs in this one in regulation and on the puck line in this one. Now we head to the Capital One Arena where the Washington Capitals take on the Montreal Canadiens. And, Montreal last time out just really got roughed up in that game against Seattle. And again, a team I thought was going to turn the corner after back-to-back wins and being at home. I thought, man, great plus money opportunity with them, but it was fool's gold as they got their teeth kicked in, and now they head back out on the road. And the Washington Capitals this season, I'll tell you, have been a team that I think we got to keep an eye on. I wasn't high on Washington coming into this season, but they have made me eat my words. I mean, they've won 6 of their last 7 games. A lot of those have been by 2 or more goals. They've scored 4 or more in 6 of those 7 wins. They're coming off a great win, a playoff revenge win over the New York Rangers. I think they take care of business at home against a lackluster Canadiens team, lackluster Canadiens defense. So give me the Capitals in regulation minus 120 and on the puck line here. Now we head to the PNC Arena where the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Boston Bruins. And, the Boston Bruins, I'm really trying to figure out what this team actually is. Another team where I'm just having a hard time putting my finger on their pulse because, Boston, we've been used to seeing this Boston team as one of the premier teams in the NHL year after year. And that's not to say that they're not, at some point, but this team has lost 4 of 5. Goal scoring is an issue. They've scored 2 goals or less in 4 of their last 5, and all those games have been losses. And now you take on a Carolina team that's won 4 straight. They've given up 3 goals or less in 6 of their last 7, and they've won 6 of their last 7 as a result. And it was impressive because a lot of those games were on the road where Carolina's not necessarily known to play their best hockey. They're usually known as a great home team, but they were great on that road trip. And now they return home, and I think that they'll be able to hold Boston down here. So I'm going to lean towards the Carolina Hurricanes on the money line, but I'm also going to take the under 5.5. It's been the dominant trend whenever these two teams square off. It's hit in each of the last 3 meetings and in 6 of the last 7. So in what could be like a 3-1, 4-1, 3-2 kind of game, I'm going to take the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to take the under 5.5. Now we head to Nashville where the Predators take on the Edmonton Oilers, and two teams that are frankly on the do not bet list, but I can't not pick one of them here. I mean, I could side with the total, but realistically, the lesser of 2 evils for me here is taking the Nashville Predators because the Edmonton Oilers were wildly inconsistent at the best of times, and that was with a healthy Connor McDavid. McDavid going to miss the next couple weeks at minimum, it looks like, with that injury that he suffered early on in that game against Columbus. And I think the Preds just are the more complete team here. The Edmonton Oilers have helped their concerns that I had with them earlier that last season was that they were a very top heavy team. I feel like they've done a better job of addressing their depth and getting more depth without that lineup. Throughout that lineup, but I just still think that with no McDavid, the Predators are the better team, and I think that Edmonton's a hard back here. So give me the Nashville Predators on the money line. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to the SAP Center where the San Jose Sharks take on the Chicago Blackhawks. And again, a game where I just have to kind of go with the lesser of 2 evils here. I know the Blackhawks have won 5 straight meetings between these two teams and are coming off a big win over the Colorado Avalanche. But still, prior to that, defense was an issue for the Blackhawks. They had allowed 4 or more goals in 3 of their previous 4 games. The Sharks, coming off of back-to-back wins over Utah and LA for their first 2 wins of the season, getting themselves some confidence at some big plus money prices. And while, San Jose gave up 7 goals to Vegas, they were competitive against teams like LA, Anaheim, a lot more sound defensively. The Sharks won, the Blackhawks won the first meeting earlier this season 4-2. And I think I'm just going to take a shot here with the Sharks. It's not my favorite game on the board, not one I'm rushing to the window to bet, so it's just a lean here. I'm going to lean towards the Sharks at plus money. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Thursday, October 31st, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. And whatever you choose to do, whether it's daily package or long-term package, use the promo code PICK at checkout for an additional 15% off. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.